everyone, and welcome to my channel, Mystic Mim Tarot. Today I am doing a reading from Spirit for you, Divine Feminine, from here in Australia. What would Spirit like you to know today, Divine Feminine? Your shysty, sleazy, sex addict ex was searching for greener pastures because he thought he could find someone better. But he ended up with a home-wrecking town Thot instead, who dabbles in black magic. He was sleazy because he was morally low, untrustworthy, and seedy. He had a wandering eye, and he couldn't have been loyal if he tried. He was not satisfied by being in a monogamous connection. He prefers the polyamorous life. He fell flat on his face, trying to prove to you that he could do better than you. He had terrible judgment, and he knows now that he made an embarrassing mistake trying to prove a point. He thought he had found an upgrade somehow at the time, but really all he got was a party girl, an opportunist, an energy vampire, a brat, and a female demon, that is a succubus. This narc ex love bombed you, then he juggled you with the karmic whilst breadcrumbing you. He then discarded you and ghosted you. He also could have tried to hoover you back in recently because he wants the benefits that come with being with you. For some of you DFs, this karmic pretended to be you in order to carry out fraudulent activities. She created false information and documents to deceive and to steal from you. This could have been in the form of mortgage fraud, credit card fraud, loan fraud, or even stealing an inheritance. He was shysty because he was dishonest, shady, and untrustworthy. He only looked out for himself, and he said one thing to your face and did the opposite behind your back. His resources have been depleted since he got with her. This is his karma though, because he loves money so much. He played games because he had other side chicks and male sex buddies he was pursuing. In other words, he had other choices, and he was leading them on and giving them false hope too. It's just how he moves. He knows now that he has to settle for the life he has created for himself. This karmic, who was hell-bent on becoming you, only managed to imitate you regarding your appearance, dear. That is it. She couldn't copy your wisdom, your birthright, your intelligence, your life experiences, your goals and dreams, your resilience, your strength, your clairvoyance, your essence, or your level up where you became an empress. It's crazy how he presumed that this woman was better than you. However, she turned out to be way, way, way worse than you in every way. The joke is on him now, isn't it? He used to look a whole lot better than he does now. His toxic lifestyle, especially the drugs and the sleeping around, have led to him getting a lot of wrinkles, weight loss, a pale complexion, and prominent bags under his eyes. He looks ragged and unkempt. He also could have lost a lot of hair recently. He doesn't get the nutrients and vitamins needed to remain healthy. He took the bait with her. He believed all of her fake promises, and also that she had a lot more to offer him than she really did. He was sucking your energy dry, whilst she was sucking his energy dry. He fed off your care and your attention, leaving you feeling exhausted and drained. You were tired even when you got enough sleep. These are the signs that this ex was an energy vampire. He needed to be the center of attention. He exaggerated his problems. He blamed others. And he couldn't take responsibility for his mistakes. He used and exploited you and others for his own needs and gain. And he was overwhelmed by negativity. He was constantly complaining. I know that it hurt like hell when he chose this Jezebel over you. However, he actually did you a favor in the long run. You ended up having a spiritual awakening. Now you are aligned with the universe, so you are attracting abundance and blessings into your life. This evil doppelganger sold him illusions of how wonderful his life would be if he just picked her. He fell for her lies, hook, line, and sinker. The reality of the situation, though, is that they drink, drug, and live a polyamorous lifestyle together. They live in their shadow side. She has brought him down financially, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, physically, and spiritually. You thought he was your forever at one stage. However, that is when he was wearing a mask. She is so paranoid that you have done something to her because she has hit rock bottom. She's too stupid to realize that her predicament has been caused by the magic backfire, and plus she is receiving karma on top of that. You feel that him and the karmic deserve one another now, and also that he never deserved you. They both have a sex addiction and they are both bisexual, so they don't even have a type. They sleep with men and women who are married, younger people, and even sleep with people for money, friends, and in a few cases, even family members. Whatever he did to you, she then did to him. He lied to you, she lied to him. He stole from you, she stole from him. He kept secrets from you, she kept secrets from him. What goes around really does come around, Divine Feminine. She began to run you down to him constantly and brainwashed him into believing that you were a horrible person. Her aim with this whole smear campaign was to make him turn on you, put 10 swords in your back and 3 more in your heart. She was a homewrecker because she managed to wedge herself in between you and him, which ultimately led to the relationship breakdown. She used black magic and was willing to get him at all cost. She got satisfaction out of breaking up a happy home. She gets a thrill out of taking men away from their life partners. He must have had rocks in his head to sacrifice a woman who loved him to the moon and back, and who overlooked his faults, all for a low life. Once you closed out the cycle with him, some of you DFs got a new car, a new job or career, a new business, or a new house. He is so sick of hearing her that he zones out when she talks. He is over her nagging, her attitude, her immaturity, her bitchy friends, her insecurities, her spending ways, and her constantly watching him like a hawk. She keeps bringing up your name in their household because she feels that he still carries a torch for you, and this kills her. He never missed his water until the well ran dry. He never appreciated you until you were gone. It's as though she stepped into your life and took your place. The karmic was stroking his ego and putting him on a pedestal in the beginning so that he would leave you. She had a mask on. After they married or moved in together, though, she completely switched up on him. I know that you feel he was laughing at your pain in the past when he met this Jezebel, but now the energies have switched. You are in a great place and he is completely miserable. Some of you DFs are laughing at him now. Those tables always manage to turn. When he was juggling you and her, he felt like he was a charming, suave player. He thought it would continue on like that, but you stopped him in his tracks when you figured him out. He was not expecting this. You made the choice for him by cutting the cords with him, walking away, and leaving those two degenerates to have one another. The way him and the karmic live on the edge and are so reckless and careless together will not end well. They could go to jail. Some of them already are in jail. They could end up in hospital or even lose their lives. You can only abuse your body for so long before it finally caves in. It really broke your heart when he failed to give you a commitment, but then went on to marry her. He was stringing you along and playing games with you, but him choosing her over you was the final straw for you. Some of you DFs deleted the photos you had of him in your phone. He feels as though he lost his best friend when he lost you. He uses women and men to make the person he is with jealous and insecure. He used you to make this karmic jealous. Who does that? He thrives off the attention and chaos of people fighting over him. You were not his priority. He put you in the same category as his other options. He had never met a divine feminine before you. And considering the direction his life is going in now, I doubt he will meet one again. You could have run into this masculine recently whilst you were out and about. You thought this guy had everything you wanted in a man originally. Your family and friends were apprehensive about this man. Something sounded off about this guy, they felt. This man robbed and stole from people. He was a bad boy and a thief. Some of you DFs happened to meet this man after you went through a horrible divorce. Another bad choice. You feel they are both narcs. It felt like he loved to play games with your heart and keep you guessing. He had you waiting on him, and it was nothing but a waste of time. Things with him were never going to lead to any type of future together. You knew he wasn't sincere when you realized his promises were nothing but hot air. For a lot of you DFs, this man is an immature water sign who is younger than you. Who this karmic is to this man will differ for everyone in the collective. She was either a woman that he met in his high school years, who he returned to behind your back, or she was his ex-wife when you met. They were separated, but he went on to marry her again. She was a woman who he met whilst you and him were married. He was tempted by her, and you decided to divorce him when you found out. Or she was married to him with kids when he met you, and he tried to put you in a love triangle with them. You feel as though he went for the jugular with you, Divine Feminine. He whinges to his friends about her, and she complains to her friends about him. For a small portion of you, this man continues to contact you, giving you sob stories and asking if he can borrow more money from you. He has no privacy at all now because she is on top of him, checking what he is up to 24/7. He really misses your empathic side because he got himself caught up with a narcissist. Like attracts like, though. He should have gotten with a woman his own age because he's finding it hard to keep up with this younger woman. He wants to chill now at home or have friends over. She wants to go to nightclubs, bars, and parties all the time. Even though he chose her, he wishes that he could have kept you in his life somehow, even as a friend. Although his actions may show otherwise, this is just how he feels inside now. Some of you DFs have regular dreams about him, but you wish that you didn't. He treated you as though you were the one who didn't have enough and you weren't worth investing in. But really, it was him who was the opportunist, who had nothing to bring to the table. I know that a lot of you DFs feel that he deserves the karma he is now receiving, but there are others of you who still love this man, despite the heartache he put you through. You still wouldn't get back with him again though, so you love him from a distance. In some cases, the karmic and him rip off innocent, vulnerable people. They meet men and women at hotels, have sex with them, and then steal their wallets to get cash and credit cards. Then they go on shopping sprees and buy drugs and alcohol too. Their behavior is despicable. This man could have caused you to have a fallout with one of your friends, your cousins, your co-workers, or your neighbor. The reason being that he had sex with them. This karmic has a reputation of being the town bike. These two are partners in crime. She taught him a lot about being a criminal, more than he already knew, which has landed him in the courts. He is facing charges now for illegal activities. The fact that you're excelling in life without him is getting on his goat. It irritates and bothers him. He thought the grass would be greener with her, but you always had everything that he was possibly searching for. That's why he feels defeated now. His life is tough without his temperance angel there, being patient, helpful, compassionate, and giving him peace and harmony like you once did. DF, nobody watches you more than the man that lost you and the girl he ran to, and that is the karmic. She is obsessed with your family, your money, your appearance, and your divine inheritance. You left him in the darkness to continue living in his shadow side. You got sick of trying to bring him to the light. He didn't want to awaken. He will never achieve anything positive whilst leading this reckless lifestyle. Instead, he has encountered dangerous people, STDs, criminal charges, unwanted pregnancies, and a whole heap of other problems. You only met this guy's representative originally. It took a while for the real person to reveal himself. This ex was always running his mouth, You confided certain things in him, and he then betrayed your confidence by spreading gossip and distorting the truth. He turned your private words into public discussion. This woman he betrayed you for, he can no longer stand. This is his karma, though, to be stuck with someone he doesn't love and to not be able to stop reminiscing over you. The way you loved him, the places you went, the moments you shared, the celebrations you had, the intimate times, and the fun you had together. What this man is putting into his body is beginning to show on the outside. The excessive amounts of substances, including nicotine, alcohol, too much caffeine, and weed, are catching up to him and taking a toll on his health. For some of you DFs, you now have a higher earning capacity than you did when you were with him. This is a part of your Dharma. He would disappear for days and even weeks with no explanation. He was in and out of your life and all over the shop. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You tried to guide him towards the light, but you couldn't force him to change his behavior, his addictions, or his lifestyle. He is aging at a fast rate, while you DF are aging backwards. When you were with him, you had the stress hormone cortisol going around in your body at high levels. This would have caused concentration problems, sleep problems, fatigue, anxiety, and depression. You knew that you had to make a choice, either to stay in contact with him or to go within and heal yourself from the damage and trauma that he caused you. So you chose the latter. Some of you had a long-distance relationship with him. That meant that he could easily hide his options from you and lie and say he was spending time with friends and family instead. This man has pulled the wool over a number of people's eyes, not just you, DF. He is an unsavory character who has a questionable reputation. Exes are exes for a reason, aren't they, Divine Feminine? The karmic encourages him to lead an unhealthy life because she does too. Together, they are on a path of destruction. He had a habit of perving on women out in public when you were right there beside him. He also would look at photos of girls on Instagram or Facebook and like their pics. He had poor impulse control. She may have come between you and him, but the joke is on her now because he is no longer attracted to her. He was removed out of your life for your highest good. This was so that you could discover your spiritual calling. You then got on the path of meaning, purpose, and personal growth. This karmic has slept with at least one of his friends. He thought that you were so gullible and naive, but that soon changed when you began to confront him with his secrets that you had discovered. For example, him having a sex addiction. This guy wasn't supportive of you when you could have had a death in your family, serious health issues, an accident, a crisis, a tragedy, major stress, or a loss. He was cruel and cold. This lack of support showed you his true colors. Divine Feminine, he sees your face in his dreams. You are haunting him. He was too much of a coward to tell you the truth. He just moved in with her and ghosted you instead. He's been stuck on a toxic hamster wheel with this woman that he betrayed you for years, and I seriously doubt he will ever be able to get off it. He is binded to her now through money, children, sex secrets, and their joint addictions. He's getting karma for stringing along an earth angel, then going on to break her precious heart. He wants you back in his life now because he can't have you, he is going through karma, he misses your nurturing, and his life has gone south. You have been focusing on both your mental well-being and your physical well-being. He has learned a very tough lesson about what love is and what love isn't. That's why he feels so disappointed in himself, because he realized the feelings he had for you when her mask fell off, but by then it was too late in your eyes. Some of you DFs just ignore his messages, and others of you have blocked him. You realized what a drama king he was when you walked away and felt nothing but peace and tranquility. Some of you are high priestesses, and you predict things that turn out happening, and people are spooked by your intuition, and he was too. He may have been a procrastinator with you. He kept putting things off and gave you one excuse after the other. But then you feel he gave her what he should have given you. Archangel Raphael watches over you and helps you daily with your healing. Also, Archangel Raguel is helping you get justice in your life. He rubbed you up the wrong way one too many times, Divine Feminine. He was never available to you when you truly needed him. This guy is now stuck in the past. This is a part of his karma. He is depressed and he cannot seem to move on mentally. You really fell for him because he said all of the right things and made you feel like you were the most beautiful woman in the world. When he said he was going to his friend's place, you felt intuitively that he wasn't. He was meeting up with one of his options, or sex buddies, or the karmic. If this was your ex-husband, his greedy karmic helped him cheat you out of money that was yours, with either child support, spousal support, or a settlement. He was spending your money on her. He is all in regret now, but he should have valued you, appreciated you, and did the right thing by you when he had you in the palm of his hands. At the end of the day, he didn't choose you, DF, but that is his loss. You thought that you were both on the same page, wanting exactly the same things for the longest time. For some of you DFs, he chose to go back to a toxic ex of his who is either physically, mentally, or emotionally abusive. You were the one with the family with him that he chose to leave. He got tempted by this karmic and abandoned everything you had built together, including kids, for her. He ended up with this woman not because he loved her, but because she had money. He mooches off her. For others of you in the collective, the third party has milked him dry. She views him as her personal ATM. Him and his wife fight like cat and dog. The magic that she did worked to a certain degree when you were connected to this man. However, now it doesn't because you cut the cords and you are standing in your power. So it gets returned to her. She was a savage with jealousy over you, DF. She felt so threatened by you because you have it all, let's face it. It is sickening for you to hear that he was stealing your divine energy to then go and share it with her. This guy is dead to you after this betrayal as far as you are concerned. He could have stayed with an empress, but instead he moved on with a karmic who doesn't even love him properly. He still tries to keep tabs on your social media, your YouTube channel, Facebook, etc. They speak to one another like trash. Some of you DFs feel like it's not fair because you keep attracting non-committal players into your life. Maybe the old you did chase him, but you leveled up to Empress status from the heartbreak he inflicted on you. You wouldn't chase him ever again, even if you still have love for him. You chose you, and that was the best move that you ever could have made. You are now yearning for a mature, responsible, driven, trustworthy, loyal, truthful man who can meet you where you are at, and that is of a high vibration. Not an egotistical, arrogant, inconsiderate, unhealed, wounded betrayer like this ex. He wanted to go back and forth between you and her. That's how greedy and indecisive he was. He began arguments at times as an excuse to have a few days for himself to do whatever he wanted without having to answer to anybody. The karmic is so dangerous because she was raised by a family of witches and warlocks. In some cases, this so-called player was handsome and he used his looks to draw people in to his web of lies. You lost sleep in the past because you were kept awake with racing thoughts, wondering what he was up to behind your back. Some of you had nightmares about him being with other men and women because you found out that he was bisexual. You tried to see the good in everyone, and people like this ex took advantage of that. He thought that you were weak and silly, but you are actually very strong and very smart. Some of you had suspected he was having an affair or had other options because he began to act suspiciously and differently. You have a smile that lights up the whole room, Divine Feminine. When you spoke facts to him, he would get defensive and angry or go silent for days at a time. This third-party situation really didn't do wonders for your confidence or your self-esteem, DF. But that has all changed now. No one could ever take that self-love away from you ever again. Some of you love being single. You don't miss the fights, the gaslighting, or doubting yourself. You do what you want, when you want, and you are truly enjoying your life again. Being betrayed by the person you love isn't just coming to terms with the shock of what they did, but it's also coming to terms with the grief when you realize that they were never the person they said they were. For some of you, he discussed marrying you with you. He could have discussed moving in together too. In some cases, the karmic and your ex stole your life savings and an inheritance or a house you owned. They are crooks. Did you notice how your blessings poured in once you left this situation in the past. He wasn't switched on enough to keep up with all of the lies because there were addictions involved to drugs, sex, and alcohol that made him careless and reckless. Now that you aren't on the scene, the two of them are so sick that they stalk you obsessively. She stalks to see if he loves you still, and he stalks to see if you have met a new man and also if you have come into money. He ran you down with this karmic so that she would feel secure, and it was his way of showing her that he was over you. But the truth is that he never was. He just gave her the illusion that he was. Karma has affected your ex's happiness, his opportunities, and his relationships. The only way that he could deal with this bad karma is to change his behavior, apologize to those who he has hurt along the way, and do his shadow work and get on his spiritual journey. As you are well aware in life, we reap what we sow. This basically means that whatever seeds you plant, that is what you will harvest later. This karmic ex is getting what he deserves. He betrayed you, so you stopped trusting him. He pushed you away, so you finally gave up on him. He is now facing the consequences of his actions, the lying, the cheating, the secrets, and abandoning a beautiful woman inside and out. So now people are lying to him and he's being outcasted. He's facing poverty and he can't trust those around him. He was stunned when you didn't come crawling back to him. He couldn't accept your newly found independence. For some of you, he called you names and tried to tear your self-esteem apart and break your spirit. For some, he rejected you multiple times and then would put on a show of forgiveness. Then you would forgive him. It was a never-ending cycle. You decided to put up boundaries with him. This is what the word boundary means. Be aware of what is unacceptable and normalize saying no. Do what is best for you and know that things aren't your responsibility all the time. Your needs matter too. You have been manifesting good health, great opportunities, financial freedom, and peace of mind. Just remember, DF, that the ones who accuse you of cheating are usually the ones that are cheating. His mother was one of the people who came between you both. He told her everything about you two. It was intoxicating for you in the early stages. You were addicted to him. After everything this man put you through, in his head he still loves you and would give up everything just to have another chance with you. However, I know that hell would freeze over before you would ever return to him again. This karmic had such bad hatred towards you that she wanted you completely out of the picture. She is beyond evil. You never needed him, but he has realized now that he is the one who really needed you. Your ex treats women like dirt as he is down low. He secretly can't stand women, and that's why he makes them suffer. He chooses women that he can manipulate, and he finds something in them that he can capitalize on. You gave him your all, Divine Feminine. Every now and then, DF, you need to stop and reflect regarding what you have overcome. You mended your heart, and that took tremendous courage and strength to do. You are one amazing woman who has risen like a phoenix. because you chose to obey God and let this man go. You had to silently heal yourself to become the woman you are today. No one fully understands the battles that you have fought within yourself. You had to be your own healer, motivator, and safe place. You are entering a new reality where everything will start to go your way. It is time. You have had enough lessons. You did the work. You overcame so much. You believed even when it was hard for you. You never gave up. You pushed through it all. Now it's your turn to receive in a major way. Your next chapter is going to make your ex wish that he had have treated you better. Now we will get some songs. The first lot of songs reflect how this masculine feels about you now, as well as how he feels about his own behaviour and his character after betraying and lying to you. The first one is For No One by the Beatles. What Goes Around Comes Around by Justin Timberlake. I Saw Her Again by the Mamas and the Papas. Greener Pastures by No Doubt. Never Miss Your Water by Diesel. Love the One You're With by Stephen Stills. Help Me Rhonda by the Beach Boys. Always See Your Face by Love. Wildflowers by Tom Petty. If You're Gone by Matchbox 20. The Story of Us by Taylor Swift. Estranged by Guns N' Roses. So Far Away by Dire Straits. So You Win Again by Hot Chocolate. Life in the Fast Lane by the Eagles. Careless Whisper by Wham. What Could Have Been by Sting. Walk Away Renee by the Left Bank. My Life Has Gone Downhill by Leonie Qualley. Miss You by the Rolling Stones. And the last one is Hope and Pray by the Moody Blues. The second lot of songs reflect how you feel about him now, Divine Feminine. Also, these songs reflect how you have been feeling about yourself now that you have left this deceitful man in the past. Slide Away by Miley Cyrus. The Alchemist by The Fame. Picture to Burn by Taylor Swift. Gone, Gone, Gone by the Everly Brothers. You're No Good by Linda Ronstadt. Spiritual Awakening by Future World Music. Solitude is Bliss by Tame Impala. Life After Love by Cher. Don't Come Around Here No More by Tom Petty. Taking Care of Business by Backman Turner Overdrive. My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion. I Bet You Think About Me by Taylor Swift. Unbothered by Tori Kelly. Be Happy by Mary J. Blige. So Dumb by Alicia Keys. Intuition by Jewel. Empty Promises by Christone Kingfish Ingram. Feminine is Rising by Sahara Rose. Clap Your Hands by the Kungs. And the last one is Suddenly I See by KT Tunstall. I appreciate you watching my video, Divine Feminine. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe.